My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind, to inspire you to get outdoors.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
Welcome to Infantry Outdoors. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope that wherever you are around the world, you are having an amazing day. I am super excited for today's program, and I hope that you are too. As the title suggests, today is a life-changing event for me and my family, and I'm glad to share it with you guys because it's also a life-changing event for the channel. Over the years, I personally have been, since I was 15 years old, been riding a gray area of what's legal and not legal to quote-unquote drive or get around on in the state of Florida. I've ridden mopeds, go-peds, scooters, electric bikes. When I moved up here 5 years ago, I had an e-bike that my son and I had for 8 or 10 years. We rode it everywhere. I mean, everywhere in South Florida we went on that e-bike. We had a trailer to pull behind it. We'd go grocery shopping, we get everything done. We've even picked my wife up from work. So imagine a kid in the trailer, your wife, you going down on an e-bike. Nothing better, right? Well, when I moved up here, the e-bike died 3 days after I moved up here. So that was a big block, and the e-bikes run around $2,000. So not having the money to be able to afford one, it's been years since I've been able to get anything. Well, as you guys may or may not know, I did acquire a buggy, a dune buggy, a go-kart, whatever you may call it. I'll put the video card up here where we attempted to swap the motor, and we did. It was a success. Motor ran, drove, did everything it was supposed to. All I had to do was put the muffler back on, or not jerry rig, but rig up the muffler to work and have it welded into place, and it would have been done. However, last year, we had Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene, this area behind me, was flooded higher than this door over here. We had 6 feet of water, almost came into my house, flooded the buggy, flooded my generator, Christmas floated away, tools got destroyed. You can imagine in a flood. I even had to swim out and rescue my bass boat that was floating away on its trailer because it was so flooded. So that pretty much killed that motor that only had 15 minutes, 20 minutes of runtime on it. Moving forward, I get a call. I've been talking to my Uncle Mike, and you guys have been to my Uncle Mike's house on a trip before. A lot of fun. He's the reason I live the way I do out here in the country, where I can have fun, shoot guns, live the life I want to live. Well, we've been talking about how I can get around up here, ways to go get the kids from school, things like that. Just simple tasks, not, hot dog and not rough ride, none of that. But needing to get my kids from school is a big thing. Southeastern Groceries, I will even put their name out there. Southeastern Groceries fired my wife the day before Thanksgiving. They fired her because of attendance issues due to my son Brandon's health. All of my son's health issues, work-wise or otherwise, have doctor's notes to go to the school and from my wife because my son has been going with a 2-year problem that they still can't diagnose. So it became panic mode that this company fired her because of my son's health issues. If my son has to go to the hospital, screw the job, we're gonna take care of my son. And I can't drive to do it. So simple tasks again, guys. So my uncle reaches out to me and says, hey, why don't you come down for a visit? I know it's a long drive, but I got you something. So I said, what did you get? He says, I got you a golf cart. Be able to get around, get a trailer, come on down, we'll get you set up. You'll be good, right? Well, I got a lot more than I bargained for. We drove 6 hours down south to my uncle who lives in Naples. Borrowed a buddy's trailer, thank you Bryson by the way. A trailer that would fit a golf cart, okay? That's what I was told. That's what I went down to pick up. However, when we got there, the Lord and my uncle blessed us with a lot more than we could ever ask for. So today, I'm going to introduce to you, right here, right now, my brand new, to me, 2005 Kawasaki Mule 3010 Trans 4x4. Trans standing for Transformer. Let's check it out. Have the B-roll. I hope you guys like this as much as I do. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. But it didn't come here this way. The story of this mule, at least on my end of it, is I picked it up from Uncle Mike, and he says, yeah, it's running, driving, just parked it for a while. You're gonna love it. And as you can see, it has everything. A dump bed to put the deer in, 4 seats so I can take me, the wife, and the kids. A winch in case I get stuck going down the side of the road. It is lifted with big tires. It is four-wheel drive. It is locking differentials. It has a radio, a light bar, everything you can ask for. That's what it came with. Now, when we went down to pick it up, as I said, we went to pick up a golf cart. This is not what I expected at all, and I'm very grateful for it. So I will insert a picture here of what it looked like putting this on a 5 by 6 foot trailer that we went down to think a golf cart, you know, pick up a golf cart. So after doing a little bit of rigging and putting the lift gate or the tailgate attached to the bumper of the mule, we proceeded to drive. It took us about 6, almost 7 hours at 60 miles an hour all the way home to get this here. Got it off the trailer, drove it around, got it started. It needed an ignition coil right away, so I ordered an ignition coil. A couple days later, Amazon delivered. Boom, it fired right up. Next thing I discovered was that the carburetor was just... So I ordered a new carb. No big deal. Amazon 2-day, right? Gets here, put a carb on, got it running great. The biggest thing that this comes into handy, as I've said many times, is picking my son or my boys up from school or going to the school in case of an emergency. So first trip to the school with the wife, it fell on its face. It started losing power. We started having issues. I knew there was a problem, so I immediately came back home, parked it, and it turns out I was right. The engine was basically blown. There was no coolant getting to it. It was basically I overheated it, or you know, whatever, and we blew the motor. So frantically, my wife and I are like, okay, well now what do we do? What are our options? Should we get another cart? Should we rebuild the motor? Which my good friend Bryson we could rebuild it, but who has the time to do that nowadays with kids, school, and everything else like that? Well, big shout out to Polaris of Gainesville and Kyle down there. Thank you very much. He hooked us up big time in getting a new motor in here. We bought a crate motor, fully ready to go. So basically all I had to do at this point was take off the CVT transmission, unbolt the motor, take out the old motor, put in a new motor, and bolt everything back on. And here we are. So the motor looks great. Now you can tell from the pictures that it wasn't always this color either. So in the meantime, I went ahead and sanded down everything and gave it a nice new paint job. I picked this color particularly because it does match my motocross helmet to as best as we can match it. Believe it or not, it actually matches my other drink bottle. But yeah, and it turns out being it's a Transformer, we were thinking about calling it Optimus Prime at this point because the colors match. What do you guys think? You know, that's the story behind it. Here to where we are. I added some mirrors, I added a cell phone holder, I put in LED light bulbs in the headlights, and that's pretty much all we've done to it. And I do want to keep it simple. If you guys have any recommendations for it, drop it in the comments below. But this is pretty much where I have been for the last several weeks, is just trying to get this thing running properly, and it's still not done, mind you. I need to put all new brakes in here, new brake lines. It is a 2005 machine, so imagine 25 years of work, play, and all that takes its toll. So we're going to go through, we're going to give it a full overhaul, brand new brakes, brand new lines, and a few other details that I have coming. I've got some fenders coming for the rear end so that the mud doesn't get everywhere. But yeah, big shout out, big thank you to Uncle Mike, man. This is a life-changing thing for me and my family. Just for me to be able to go to school to get the kids. You know, when the job let my wife go, it was a reality check yet again that I need to be able to get around. And this is the best, safest way for that to happen. I can ride the ditch down the side of the road, and I can take back roads pretty much anywhere thanks to that little yellow or orange triangle on the back rather. So the only thing left to do is to take it for a ride. And I think what we're gonna do is it would only be fitting to take you guys. Now I've ridden it around, my kids have ridden it around. I wanted to make sure everything was 100% before I put it on here for you guys. But today I have to go to the school and watch a soccer game. We're gonna be taking the mule because my wife is at work. So when Brandon gets home from school a little bit later, he'll be joining me in the cart. We'll be taking you guys on our very first ride to the school in the Kawasaki Mule. Drop comments below what you guys think. Give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Remember to check out everything at infantryoutdoors.com. Our website is updating all the time. We have new sponsors, we have new products, we have new things for you guys to check out. So, and you can get our merch, like the Buck Off t-shirt, all at infantryoutdoors.com. But I'll pick you guys back up when Brandon gets home and we get ready to take that ride.
That was painful. Yeah. See, look at that big old crane thing. What is that?
So good. Thumbs up.
This presentation of Infantry Outdoors is sponsored in part by Bear Creek Arsenal, Nutrient Survival, survival food reinvented for a stronger body and mind. Jace Medical, be prepared with Jace Case. And by generous donations from viewers like you.
Well, there you guys have it. The first ride, the first trip to the school, the first soccer game in the session. It does take me about 20-25 minutes to get to the school, taking the back roads and whatnot. But it is the best way to do it. So what do you guys think of the new mule, Optimus Prime? Like I said, we still got more things to do on him. I've got a full brake setup I got to redo to him. I've got some fenders coming here. We'll do a short video on when they show up. But a lot of other exciting things are coming here on the channel, so I hope you guys hit that subscribe button. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm spread us out. And what do you guys think of the life-changing opportunity I have here? Thank you, Uncle Mike. Thank you. Big shout out to Polaris of Gainesville. Kyle, appreciate you, bro. And just everybody involved. Bryson, thanks to everybody that helped me get this together. So now that I can finally go get my kids from school, and I finally have a mobile way to get around here in North Florida. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. hope you get, you know, have a great day wherever you are around the world. And as always, I hope that this and all my adventures inspire you to get outdoors. Until we meet next time, have an amazing day, everybody.